Hey, this is Matt with My Florida Homebuyers, and I'm standing outside of a house that we just bought in Sorrento, Florida. This is over in Lake County in the Mount Plymouth area of Sorrento. So if you know the area, you'll know exactly where we're at. And just thought I'd take you on a walkthrough of this house, show you what we bought. I'll show you all the little weird things that I found as I walk through the house and point those out to you. And then I'll also talk about the situation that the seller was in that we were able to help them out with. So one of the first things you'll notice on this house are the weird styling features. First of all, you've got these little Mediterranean style accent pieces. I don't know really what they are. They don't really have a purpose. You can see inside they're just fake. They're just kind of mounted onto the stucco like that, and they don't serve a purpose that I can tell. So purely decorative, but it's definitely a weird choice. It's the only house in the neighborhood that I saw with those particular things mounted above the garage. Also on this house, you'll see they've got these weird foam, like crown molding accent pieces around the front of the house, and they're just styrofoam. And you can actually see, if you look inside that hole there, there's wasps in there now, but you can see it's styrofoam, and they're just kind of tacked on there, I guess, to make the house look fancier than it is. Another weird thing is this garage situation here. You can see there's kind of an overhang, like a lip, that kind of gives the garage door opening a more rounded appearance at the top. Also kind of a weird choice on that. And then these things here are mounted on the garage on both sides. There's one over here as well. These things are mounted on the garage, and they're just decorative. As far as I can tell, it's like a stucco band that never really went anywhere. And they're over on this side too, around these windows. Just one on each side, just there for you to see. I guess it adds some sort of style, maybe, I don't know. It's kind of a weird choice if you ask me. Now, moving around to the backyard, you can see that this house kind of sits on a hill here. And then I guess in order to build here, they put this retaining wall. So there's actually all the houses on this side of the street, as they slope down towards the end of the road, they all have these retaining walls on the side to hold back the dirt. But other than that, just a pretty standard Florida house. All right, so walking inside the house now, there's not a whole lot to see in here as far as weird layouts. It's just a pretty standard mid-2000s builder grade house. It was a model. I'm sure the people chose which model they wanted, and it was built for them new construction. So there's really nothing bizarre to see. But you will notice when you first walk in the door, like I did, first of all, the flooring is gone, but also the concrete slab is really dark. And I thought maybe it could be like just dark concrete to begin with, but if you look over here, that's the master bedroom slab, and this is the living room slab here. And I asked the lady when I was walking through, I asked the seller, why is this concrete so dark like that? And she said that's actually chalkboard paint. So she painted the concrete slab, pulled up the carpet, painted the concrete slab with that chalkboard paint so that her kids could draw on it with chalk while she was here attempting to fix up the house and remodel it. And that was a way to keep the kids occupied. I guess maybe she saw it on Pinterest or something, I don't know. I've never seen chalkboard paint on the floor or on a concrete slab, but here it is in this house. Now, this is the kitchen here. You can tell it's just standard builder grade cabinets, laminate countertops, just some basic appliances that have seen better days that we'll probably end up replacing. The kitchen cabinet under the kitchen sink is all completely water damaged and sunken in. So I don't know if we'll end up replacing the cabinets in this house or not. We'll take a look at them a little bit further and see if it's something that we could actually salvage. But other than that, pretty normal kitchen, pretty normal layout for a mid-2000s house. Not really a whole lot going on here. So like I said, this house is pretty normal. There's not really a whole lot to see here. Walking into the master suite now, there's the master bedroom. And then moving into the master bathroom, you can see it's got a garden tub and a separate shower stall. There's also the room with the toilet in it so that you can go to the bathroom in private while someone else is using the rest of the bathroom. And then there's also a pretty big walk-in closet. But other than that, not really much going on in this bathroom or in the master bedroom for that matter. It's all pretty standard. All right, so moving on to the guest bedrooms. This house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So there's another 2 bedrooms and a bathroom over here on this side of the house. But the first thing you notice as you walk in here is, yeah, there is carpet on the floor, but this is not typical carpet that you would put in a house. This is actually some sort of commercial carpet, and there's no padding. It's glued right to the slab, so it's actually pretty hard on your feet as if you were walking on just straight concrete. And the lady, the seller, she actually told me that they did this in the hallway and in the guest bedrooms here because she pulled out all of the old flooring and then she ran out of money. She didn't really have enough money to put in the flooring that she eventually wanted. So what she did is she just called Lowe's and said, give me whatever is cheapest. And it turns out this commercial carpet with no padding is cheapest, especially if you just glue it down to the slab. So that's what's here. And here's the guest bathroom. Not really a whole lot to see, just a standard builder grade guest bathroom. Now, with as many houses as we've bought in all the years that we've been doing this, I've seen a lot of crazy paint colors in rooms. This is probably the brightest paint color that I've ever seen in a house. And they not only did the walls, but they also did the ceiling. So the ceiling and the walls are this lime green. And I guess this was the kids' room, but they didn't stop at the walls. They went full ceiling. And I'm surprised they didn't actually do the baseboard and the trim and the doors and stuff. They left those white, but I can only imagine how many coats of paint it's going to take us to cover all that. But yeah, lime green paint on the walls and on the ceiling. Now moving on to the laundry room and the garage. You can see the laundry room is not much more than a little room that has your washer and dryer in it. Walking out here to the garage, you can see it's a pretty standard Florida garage. Not a whole lot going on here either. You can see we've got the water heater over here, the AC unit, and then panel box here. One of the weird things about this garage that I found was that there's no garage door opener. You can see there's the garage door, but there's no opener. There's a spot where it was, or where it should have been. And you can see over here next to the door as you come in, they have the wiring for it. So the wiring was put in, it just wasn't put in, it wasn't installed when the house was new. And I asked the seller and she said it's never had one. It wasn't that, the door opener was removed later on. It was just never installed. So they paid $150,000 for this house in 2003. And the builder didn't even bother to throw in a garage door opener, which only cost like a couple $100. Either that or the people who bought the house decided that they didn't want to spend the couple $100 to put the garage door opener in. Either way, it's super weird, and it's a weird thing to try to skimp out on. All right, so that's it for the interior of the house. I'm walking out onto the back porch here now, just checking out the view. You can see there's a great view of not only the neighbor's pool here, but also this open area out behind the house. And your first thought would be, oh, this neighborhood's called the Fairways. That must be the golf course. Well, that's not the case. This neighborhood has no golf course. So that's not a fairway or a golf course or anything. It's just an open area. I assume it's where the golf course or the fairway would have gone if the Fairways actually had a fairway. All right, so that's about it for the house. But everybody always wants to know, what was the situation? What prompted the seller to reach out to My Florida Home Buyers, and why did that seller ultimately sell to us? So what happened with this house, the underlying theme was a divorce and then a renovation that never got completed, basically. So the owners of this house, they bought it back in 2003. They bought it new construction, and then eventually they got divorced. I believe the wife got the house in the divorce. She attempted to renovate it herself. That's where we ended up with the chalkboard or the chalk paint on the floor and the bizarre commercial carpet in the bedrooms. So you can see the renovation didn't work out quite how she was planning to. Life got in the way basically, and the house got stuck like this, and she didn't have time or the money to kind of finish the renovation. She wasn't living here for a while. The water bill, I don't know when exactly they moved out or how long the house has been vacant, but according to the water bill, the water has not been turned on since 2013. So unless they were living here without water, the house has probably been vacant for about 7 years now. So that's 7 years of mortgage payments, taxes, HOA fees, all of that, lawn care, utilities, except for the water because they turned it off. But there was a lot of stuff going on with this house, and the seller didn't necessarily have the time or the energy or the money to come over here and finish this renovation, get it sold. So what she did was she ended up calling us. She contacted My Florida Home Buyers. She said, hey, I've got this house. Can you come take a look at it? We said, great. We came out, we met her here, took a look at the house, made her a cash offer on it. And you can see we've closed it and we're gonna start renovating it now. So if you have a house to sell in the Orlando area, anywhere in Central Florida, maybe it's in Lake County or even in Sorrento, like this house here, if you have a problem house or a piece of real estate that you need to sell, give us a call, go on our website, myfloridahomebuyers.com. We'll take a look at what you have. We'll see if it's something that we can help you out with. And we can pay you cash, close in as little as 2 weeks, and we'll buy it as is. You can even leave all of your stuff if you'd like to, and we'll clean all that out for you. You don't have to worry about cleaning anything out or making any repairs, and we'll pay you cash with a guaranteed closing. So if that sounds like something that you might benefit from, go on our website, myfloridahomebuyers.com, submit your property information. We'll take a look at it and we'll get the ball rolling for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. I'm gonna go ahead and get this lockbox put on, start making a list of what we need to do to get this thing renovated, and we'll be on to the next one. So again, my name is Matt. I'm with My Florida Home Buyers. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you on the next video.